Sony branches out into the cloud, Call of Duty turns to China, Battlefield 3 redefines multiplayer, Left 4 Dead 2 gets some new, old DLC, Strategy returns to Rome, Devil's Third is handed back to Itagaki, an All-Star Battle heads to the PS3, Final Fantasy VII reappears on PC, MapleStory shows up on smartphones, SimCity arrives on Facebook, and Assassin's Creed televises the revolution, all in this week's edition of Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Sony is set to establish its own cloud service using the expertise gained after the company acquired cloud-based gaming company Gaikai for a reported $380 million. David Perry's Californian company was founded just 3 years ago, setting itself up as the fastest, highest quality interactive cloud streaming platform in the world, focusing on streaming video games to all manner of connected devices. But technically, Sony isn't interested in what's gone before. The Japanese manufacturer is interested in what is yet to come, harnessing the technology to create a new service using Gaikai's infrastructure, expected to be a major part of the next generation PlayStation. We were all expecting this news to hit at E3 last month, but Sony played its cards close to its chest. The company is now promising to aggressively expand its domain, introducing innovative technologies and amazing experiences, inviting gamers to a whole new world of entertainment. In other news, Call of Duty is set to invade China as Activision and Tencent reveal plans for Call of Duty Online, launching in the not-so-distant future.
We fight, not so that the world will remember us, but so that there will be a world to remember.
Call of Duty Online is set inside the Modern Warfare universe with some region-specific tweaks. You will be able to enhance your gear, weapons and perks, and the game itself has a heavy emphasis on personalisation. While no release dates have been mentioned yet, Call of Duty Online will be a free-to-play offering fully monetised through the sale of in-game items. It's a gameplay model that has worked very well in Asian territories and is slowly creeping towards the West. Something that's already strong in the West is Battlefield 3, which this week announced the next step in advancing online competitive play. The introduction of matches means that you'll be able to pick the time, server, game settings and roster for your upcoming games, creating a nice, neat environment best suited for competitive play. Of course, you will need to have access to a dedicated server for this all to work, but once you've got that sorted, there is a whole bunch of stuff you can customize and coordinate to make the game play just how you like it. By now, we are all familiar with the concept of Valve time. That is, things will be released when they are good and ready, and not a moment earlier. Historically speaking, this applies to video games, like, shall we say, Half-Life 3? Now though, we have an updated example of how Valve time correlates to the real world when it comes to DLC, with the announcement that the beta test for Left 4 Dead 2's Coldstream campaign will be wrapped up, with the DLC pack itself officially released a little later this month. Doesn't sound so strange, except that Coldstream entered beta testing this time last year. The new, old pack contains the Coldstream map as well as all 4 additional maps from the original Left 4 Dead, and Valve also promises there are a few other surprises tucked into the update due out July 24th. The Creative Assembly is headed back to Rome with the announcement of Total War Rome 2, which promises the largest, most cinematic real-time battles coupled with an expansive turn-based campaign. It's a sequel to the 2004 Rome Total War, which is considered to be one of the greatest games of all time. The UK developer acknowledges it is facing a bit of a challenge, bringing an all-new graphics engine and completely scalable experience to the franchise, coupled with some pretty impressive battles. In the works exclusively for PC, Total War Rome 2 is due for release sometime in 2013. This week also took a decidedly Japanese turn, with THQ officially handing the rights for Devil's Third back to creator Tomonobu Itagaki and his Valhalla Game Studios. It's disappointing but not surprising news from THQ, who announced in May that it would not be publishing the game following a company-wide restructure following a massive net loss of nearly $56 million in the quarter ending December 31st, 2011. All attempts to find a new publisher for the game have been fruitless, with Itagaki's latest project remaining in the last stages of development without a solid future. Japan also hosted a major press event celebrating the works of Hirohiko Araki this week, which saw a new video game announced based on the long-running manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Namco Bandai had been teasing an all-star battle, leading fans to speculate wildly about all sorts of potential franchise spin-offs. One story even saw Namco working on the new Super Smash Bros. Project. However, all was quickly revealed as the wraps came off a new PS3 exclusive in the works from Asura's Wrath developer CyberConnect 2. Predictably, no dates, no mention of release outside Japan, and very, very few details. Remember though, traditionally speaking, PS3 is Region 3, so this one might be an import option. We say traditionally speaking, but Atlus this week has bucked that trend, announcing that the upcoming release of Persona 4 Arena will be region locked on both Xbox 360 and PS3, despite having global servers. In an announcement full of puns, Square Enix has announced the return of Final Fantasy VII, which will be relaunched as a Windows PC download via the publisher's online store. The new version of the game will feature a character booster, which some fans surmise may be funded by microtransactions. The big news though, the game now comes with cloud support. MapleStory is the world's most played RPG, and thanks to Nexon, it's now even more accessible as MapleStory Live launches on both the App Store and Google Play Marketplace. The game is a mobile version of the free-to-play online side-scroller, boasting the same 2D landscape, animals, monsters, and pets that we've come to know and love. The only major difference is that there are only two classes to choose from: Resistance Mechanic and Dual Blade. It's okay though, the developers are promising regular updates and a bucket load of extra content. Also seeing regular updates and extra content, SimCity Social, which officially launched on Facebook to more than 750,000 adoring fans. Those fans have already helped out with a comprehensive beta test, and many changes have been implemented as the game was formally released. While many people are simply happy that the one true city builder has arrived on the social network, others are disappointed by decisions made by EA and developer Playfish, accusing the app of being too spammy. And finally this week, as our North American viewers celebrate July 4th, it is time to claim your own independence with a little help from Connor in this new revolutionary live-action trailer from Assassin's Creed 3.
When I sacrifice my youth to defend what's ours.
When I say no to a law we never voted for.
When I stop feeding an empire a world away. When I surrender my body, not my mind. When I ask God to look the other way.
When I refuse to learn the history of a country I'll never see.
When I decide, it will be them, not us.
As we see more games developing live-action trailers, we see more fans growing rather divided in their opinions, but while this one's light on in terms of gaming content, you have to agree it's pretty spot on when it comes to emotion and aesthetics. For the full version of those trailers, or for more information on any of these stories, head to playerattack.com. I'm Jessica Citizen. We'll see you next week.